Virgo, what is going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channel messages that come through. So let's get into it, Virgo. Happy day, happy Taurus season. We are finally there. It's nice, it's welcomed. There's been a lot of activity in our mental, emotional. It's been stirring up a lot. There's a lot of things that are changing in our environment, and it's been a little bit overwhelming, right? The astrology has not helped, but Taurus season is bringing in that earth element. It's allowing some of this difficulty, this tension to be absorbed, to be soaked up, so we can find practical ways to move forward. A lot of what we're dealing with is really challenging and testing us in a big way, and we're seeing people, situations pop off left and right, and we just need to the best of our ability, just kind of take care of ourselves through the process, not pick up responsibility for things that are not our own, even though people are definitely trying to project, force the agenda, etc. And I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer by saying all this, maybe like things are great for you. But at the same time, we all are changing on this fundamental level of, excuse the background noise, sorry. I have the window open, but it's so beautiful out today. I hope you're enjoying a fabulous day. It's like gorgeous here. But it's a lot about like readjusting ourselves to what we hope, what we dream, what we desire to manifest in our life. And a lot of the disconnect, the difficulties, the frustrations are being highlighted so that we can make changes, right? Even if it doesn't feel comfortable, even if it wasn't expected, changes are good because they lead us more towards what we want, what we desire. That's why I like to start off with these energy cleansings, just set the tone, set the vibe for the reading, cleanse out any of those blocks, limitations that we might be coming into. It's a really good time to set your own intention for the reading as well, Virgo, especially if you've come in with something on your heart, on your mind, something you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over. Be open to receive. It's a great way to personalize these collective readings. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing, wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, where it's at, how it's faring, where it's headed, etc. Or if you're just looking for more of a realignment of self, your mind, body, soul, I do energy healings as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we're operating from that space of alignment, when we feel good in who we are are aware of what our wants and needs are, that is when we're manifesting in our happiness, our success, our abundance. So incredibly important, right? But I would love to help. I would love to support in whatever way possible, Virgo. Definitely hit me up. All the info is in the description box below. All right, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. Release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so we may see and understand the messages clearly. Help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love, Mama Love. Amen. All right, Virgo, let's get into it. So, I don't know, it feels like there's something you're a little bit hesitant on. Maybe something you're feeling. I feel like uncertain in yourself. It might be something that you're sensing, something that you're feeling, something that's kind of, but I do feel like some of it's connected to your intuition, and that's where you're doubting yourself, right? That's where you're doubting yourself and what you're picking up on. But you're really connecting with this more feminine part of yourself. Like surrender is what I mean by that specifically. Regardless of what your gender is, we all have masculine, female, or masculine, feminine energies within us, and they're expressed in different ways, right? And this is really showing that, like, I feel like you have had to surrender something, but It is for the greater good. That's what I'm seeing. And you know this within yourself, but you're still on high alert is how I'm seeing this. You're still on high alert. Maybe you're not completely divulging what you think, what you feel about a person, about a situation. But like I said, you're keeping your antennae up. There's a lack of trust somewhere with someone or something. Or maybe, I don't know, this could even just be that like you had some senses around something and now it's kind of hard to let it go. But I do see you making changes. Like I will say that because you have a lot of beauty that's manifesting in the background from this space of surrendering, right? From this space of kind of just like letting go, let go and let God. Not to be a cheeseball, but seriously, like this is what it is, right? It's like trust. Like that's what I was hearing. There's like this doubt within self, but Spirit's asking you to trust in your strength and in your ability. I think a lot of times, especially if you consider yourself intuitive or you pick up on things very easily. Sometimes that can be pretty detrimental because we're trying to safeguard against things potentially happening that haven't even happened yet. That's where that anxiety and fear really takes a hold of us, is when we're trying to make a mess out of something before that mess has even been made, if that makes sense. Because this is a level of feeling like not strong enough. Like if this thing happened, I wouldn't be strong enough to go through it type vibe. But that's where Spirit's saying like shift your perspective and start believing in yourself. And I feel like honestly, surrendering is one of the best things we can do in order to really strengthen ourselves, because there are some things we can't control. The only thing we can control is ourselves. I say that to my son all the time. We can't control what comes our way or how people handle stuff, etc. But at the same time, we can choose how we want to show up in those dynamics. And there is something that you're seeing a little bit clearer where maybe in the past, it was hard to see someone's happy, someone's I don't know, but someone's also really emotional. Like it's almost like keeping the peace is what I'm seeing. You're afraid of keeping the peace with someone around a situation, again, because of the potentials of what if, right? And it's also, it definitely feels like Virgo, this is releasing some of that control, and that also is a part of surrender. I feel like what you don't like is someone is being really selfish. There is a selfish dynamic. Like it's like someone won't budge and you can't make them, unfortunately, right? Maybe it was supposed to look different. Maybe they promised you different things. They're definitely someone who knows how to speak to your heart or how to be nice. Maybe that's the thing. Why can't you just be nice all the time? It's this value of I don't know, maybe getting the short end of the stick with someone, wishing they were a little bit more rational about something, but they don't see it through your lens. They don't see it through your lens. And honestly, it looks like they're not really that willing to change, because they're happy. Because, when we're in that 10 of Cups energy, it's like, don't upset the apple cart is what I'm hearing. And I don't think that's what you're trying to do, but I also feel like you're trying to find something that's just a little bit better suited or better fit for you. And in order to do that, here's the thing. I feel like this is something that's going to take some time to manifest. I don't think this is... And, it's not like you, it's going to take time to sort itself out is what it's saying. It doesn't have a clear-cut path to victory at this point, because there are still things that are coming up. And I feel like this, again, is really attached to this need to believe in yourself, right? And your strength at that, because there's a lot of fear around a situation, like I said, but it's like a premeditated fear. It's like a fear that you're afraid is going to happen if you don't maintain control over this thing. And like I said, someone's not really buying into that for whatever reason. Four of Coins, self-protection. Everyone's trying to protect themselves in this dynamic. Not good, bad, right, or wrong, you know? I mean, because it's something that is requiring balance, but there are some changes that need to be made. And I feel like you're ready for those. You're more ready for them than this person or this situation that you're dealing with. I feel like sit on it for a minute, because really it's kind of showing that things aren't changing in this moment, in this time. That there are things you got to wait on in order to have that manifest. It's just not the right timing is what I'm seeing. And actually there is a lot of abundance with where you're at. Some of this is about seeing it from a different perspective. I'm even hearing for some of you, if you ascribe to this or not, this can be like family wounding, right? Like when people do crazy shit in our upbringing and then we kind of have those trauma responses for it as an adult, that's definitely what it feels like for you. Like something within this dynamic is really provoking that. And again, that like, well, I'm going to make sure it doesn't happen by doing A, B, and C. And honestly, like we can't control that much of life. Not to be a Debbie Downer by saying that by any means or like invalidating you, but I think it's a readjustment of expectation. I feel like some of this might be some hypervigilance, right? Like letting the past overshadow and cloud your judgment and not necessarily seeing the reality of the situation. We talked about that a lot in the beginning, right? Like anxiety, fears, opening up the gates, opening up a new portal. New beginnings. Like maybe you already have a lot of abundance right in front of you, Virgo. And again, not to invalidate what you're thinking, feeling, experiencing. However, where is that getting you right now? You know, kind of like almost like sitting in this bubble, like stewing of anxiety, of fear, of depression, of like however it's manifesting. And I'm not throwing shade because like as a collective, we're all going through this. We're all being challenged. We're all being provoked. But we have that choice of like, if nothing's happening in real time, then like I have to surrender. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. And if I need to know, it's gonna be exposed, right? Like kind of just like those measures of surrender and faith for the process. It's gonna take way more burden off your back, right? Blue, yeah, okay. It might, maybe you need to get out, hang out with some friends, get some like life energy, life force back into you. Do something fun this week for yourself. You really deserve it. Because you are doing a lot of good. You've spent a lot of time, I didn't really touch on this, I'm sorry, but you've spent a lot of time healing yourself, nurturing yourself, supporting yourself, and now it's the opportunity to like trust that and trust in your discernment 100%. This is all about wisdom, power, transformation in a really powerful way. I love this reading for you, Virgo. As much as it's not easy, I see this. I see some of the difficulties, the disconnects. Validate yourself. You are starting something new, something fresh all across the board. And so it's always going to be a little bit awkward and weird. I liken these times to like that, you know, when Bambi, I know that's like old school, but like when Bambi's first born and the wobbly legs and trying to get up. And that's just how anything new feels, right? It feels awkward. It feels uncomfortable. But there's more to the story. And sometimes we just need to get out of our own mental bubble and, fresh perspectives, fresh thoughts, etc. It's really going to re-enliven and rejuvenate your energy. And I feel like, again, Spirit's saying trust in your strength, trust that you have this, trust that you're like better than what you're giving yourself credit for, right? Give yourself a little love this week, Virgo. Thank you so much for your time, energy, always. I super appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope you found messages that resonated for you here. Definitely drop comments below if you did. I love to hear. Or just say, hey, sorry, I lost track. I've been a little spacey today. I don't know what's up, but I lost track, sorry. Definitely, I would love to connect. I love connecting. I love saying, hey, I super appreciate all you bring to the channel. Just know it blesses my heart, my soul, and I'm sending that love and blessings back to you.